to Ballet for Life. I'm Connie Draper, and today I want to talk to you about the placement of your hands and arms while you're standing at the bar or beside the bar for ballet. We all have to learn how to appropriately stand beside the bar or facing the bar so that we're using our hands and our arms and our shoulders in the proper way. So before every ballet exercise begins, there's usually a port de bras. And so at the beginning, when the music begins to play, there's going to be a movement of the arms, which we'll get to later. But today I want to talk to you about the actual placement of your hands along the bar. So when you're doing ballet and you're holding the bar and you're facing the bar and you place your hands down on the bar, you want to make sure that all of your fingers and your thumbs are on top of the bar. They should be approximately the width of your shoulders apart and relaxed. There is no position of wrapping your hands around the bar to hold on for dear life, because we're not trying to hold on for dear life, even though we feel like it sometimes. We're trying to use the bar for balance, and therefore we only need to have a rested position of the hands along the bar. You don't want your body to be so far away from the bar that your arms feel stretched. And you also don't want to be so close to the bar that you feel like your elbows are poking out behind you. What you'd like to have is your arms are nicely rested, your elbows are rested nicely beside your sides, and then your arms are placed gently in front of you without reaching or without being squeezed. If you're standing alongside the bar, you want to make sure after your port de bras, the same goes, that your fingers and your thumb go on top, but you would like for your arm to be in a relaxed position. You don't want your body to be too far away behind the hand, and you also don't want to be up in front of where the elbow is poking behind. So a good rule of thumb would be that when you open your arms, you want your elbow to still be relaxed at your side and your hand to be slightly forward of your body. Now your hand will be shifting at times throughout the exercises. When you're performing exercises, you may slide your hand along the bar, but you never want to get in an awkward position where you're having to lean to your arm, or your arm is causing you to become off balance somehow when you're performing your exercise. So we'll talk more about port de bras later, but that is an example of how to place your hands gently on the bar and use them properly.